Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. We're back, and of course, it's time to connect with you as we discuss all things physical and urban planning. This is Build Right, courtesy of the Ministry of Physical Planning and Urban Development right here in Lagos. The whole idea behind this campaign is to ensure that we build right, and building right means you taking concrete action to ensure that you get the right information that will help you so that you do not run foul of the law. It's nice to have you join us. My name is Victor Oteri. All right, so today we're taking decentralizing information that relates to planning permit approvals as well as building approvals to the localities right here in Lagos. We've taken you on an excursion through so many places, but today we're heading to Ikorodu, which is a very, very famous place in Lagos. All right, so what does planning permit approvals look like in Ikorodu? What does the building approval look like within that particular area of Lagos? So we'll be connecting with you to hear from you and to also find out how things are done with that location. So if you have any questions for my guest, you'll feel free to join us once the time is ready. We'll also be serving you more information as relates to your movement from one location to the other. All that and much more will be part of the menu if you can keep us company from now through 10 o'clock. But first off, let's have a word from our partners. We will be back right away.
Dear Lagosians, the vision of making Lagos a sustainable and resilient state through community vision and inclusive physical planning begins with building right. We all have a role to play in achieving this vision in line with the Lagos State Urban and Regional Planning and Development Law of 2019 as amended. Do you know that before buying a land or building on it, you must check for the permissible use from the Ministry of Physical Planning and Urban Development? Do you know that you must obtain a planning permit and authorization to commence the construction of your building? Do you also know that you require state certification and certificate of completion for building construction in Lagos State? Estate developers must obtain layout approval before developing their estates and obtain full planning permit after the expiration of a provisional planning permit. Their Lagosians, do not carry out unapproved renovation, remodeling, or demolition. Do not break the seal on an enforced property. Do not obtain fake planning permits, and do not abandon uncompleted buildings. Do not break the law. Build right in accordance with the state operative development plans. Let's work together to make Lagos a sustainable smart city of choice. For more information, download the Lagos State MPP UD app on Google Play Store and Apple Store. Ìgbéga ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó, Àjùmọ̀ṣe Announcer, Lagos State Government.
Lagos Physical Planning Summit is here at the Center of Excellence, where opportunities meet painstaking planning and infrastructural development. A city of estimated 24 million people, a burgeoning commercial and industrial hub. In furtherance of Governor Sanwo-Olu's Themes Plus agenda, the Office of Physical Planning is said to match operative development plans with investment opportunities as it invites stakeholders to her inaugural Lagos Physical Planning Summit. Theme: Rethinking Lagos, a new vision for a regional and integrated mega city. Chief host, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, Governor of Lagos State. Keynote speaker, His Excellency, Mr. Babatunde Fashola, SA, former Governor of Lagos State. Host, Dr. Oluyinka Olumide, Commissioner for Physical Planning and Urban Development. Date, Tuesday 15th to Wednesday 16th October 2024. Venue, Eco Hotels and Suites, Victoria Island, Lagos. Time, 8:30 a.m. daily for sustainable Lagos. Announcer, Lagos State Government.
Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. We're back on the block, and of course we're ready. Traffic-wise, things are still looking pretty cool this Thursday morning. Very lovely indeed. Those of you making use of Ikorodu Road, it's not bad at all. Ojota connecting Odoyalaro, Maryland, all still looking pretty good this morning. From there, heading towards Fadi is also good as well. Lekki Aja corridor movement from Ilaje down to VGC, as well as Ikota and Eleganza, all the way to the toll plaza. Chevron, all looking pretty good as we speak. Chevron inwards, Igboefon is also good. And then from there, connecting Agungi, not bad at all. And Oshakpa London up to Jakonde, it's a slow moving traffic due to traffic diversion at the intersection there. So movement from Jakonde inwards, First Gate and Salem is very much in good shape too. we can tell you from there, connecting Chisco and Ikate is a bit slow due to the high influx within that particular corridor. Immediately after Ikate, traffic, we can tell you, it gets much better inwards Marwa, all looking very, very good. Return journey as well, not bad at all, from Marwa all the way to Elijah, very much in good shape. Okay, then, so we'll be supplying you more information as they come in. But right now, let's focus on the conversations, because today we are identifying the place of district officers in the planning and building approval equation of Lagos State. Who is the focus? And my guests are here in the building. Town planner Ilesomi Ibrahim Olushola is here. He is an assistant director, town planning permit authority, LASPA, and he is currently the head of Ikorodu Central District Office. Nice to have you in the building, town planner. In the building, town planner Ilesomi Olushola. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
And how are you doing?
Fine, thank you.
I was enjoying here.
Very smooth.
Very smooth.
No.
Okay, that's good. Engineer Sanusi Brown Ola Oteri Bigbe is here with us as well. He is district head for Ikorodu local government. He is also an engineer with the Lagos State Building Control Agency, LABCA. It's nice to have you in the building. Town planner Ola Brown, good morning.
Sorry, Engineer Ola Brown.
Oh, rather, Engineer Ola Brown. It's nice to have you in the building. Good morning.
Pleasure so much.
How was your own journey here too?
Fine, great. Fantastic.
Good. Okay, so let's talk about this. First up is the amnesty program, which the ministry representing the Lagos State government, they've issued this amnesty program for completed buildings that do not have planning permits. How is that amnesty program going? By the way, Town Planner Ilesomi, let's start with you.
It has been going on very well. The response has been very encouraging. People have been responding seriously to the amnesty, and it is giving us joy.
All right. Within the Ikorodu corridor, people are coming to your office to try and see how they can correct some of the anomalies with this. Is that what you're saying?
Regularly, yeah. They've been submitting their applications ever since it started on May 2nd. Because of the response, it has been extended, because it was initially May 2nd to July 30th. Then the second windows was extended to October 31st.
Right.
And it has been very encouraging.
So people are taking advantage of that right now?
Seriously.
Right.
Seriously.
Okay, so Engineer Brown, are they also visiting your office as well as a result of this?
Yeah, definitely, sir. As our normal routine, when we once go out, we meet people, we tell them the amnesty going on. They should need to go and proceed to LASPA. So respond is quite welcoming, and it's great.
Okay, because I know that some have given us that information that is not, or that some of them are saying no, the window has closed, and they're saying that some of your members, when they get to them, they say no, there's nothing like a waiver. Is that not true? You've not heard that at all?
I've never heard of such before, because everybody will be listening to news. We heard it that it has been extended, and we advocate for that. Even when we meet people, we talk to them about it. So we tell them to do the needful.
All right. So let's look at your responsibilities. Town Planner Ilesomi, what are your duties as district officer within the Ikorodu Central Division?
Thank you very much, sir. As a district officer, my main core responsibility is granting of approval. Then I treat petitions. Then we interface with the public through stakeholder engagement. We move around once in a while to follow with the approval granted, to be sure that it was well followed according to the specifications and regulations.
So within that zone, you give the planning permit approvals?
Yes, sir.
All planning permit approvals are granted by your office?
By my office.
Okay.
As a district officer.
All right. Let's get to Engineer Ola Brown as well. So for you, what are your immediate responsibilities within the Ikorodu end?
Yeah, thank you very much, sir. The core value of LABCA, sanctities of life and properties. So that's our main value. So we move out naturally to go out and do our normal monitoring. So when we see it contravening, or we see the intent being a developer that want to develop the property, we ask and we demand for the development permit they have before they embark on construction. So for those that I have, automatically they have to inform our office at headquarters So they need to get a letter of authorization before they will commence construction. At every stage of the work, they will invite us officially. We'll conduct state certifications for them. So those are our core value. So that at the end of the day, because they are going to give them certificate of fitness and habitation.
Right. So that's what you do?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's look at the community and the area of focus right now, which is Ikorodu Central. So for you, town planner Ilisomi Olushola, which communities fall under Ikorodu Central?
Ikorodu Central is, as the name connotes, the central of the Ikorodu. It covers Sulobade, Sholebo, Beach Road, Adenilo Gusoya, Garage, Elepe, Ruya. We have some part of Awolowo Road.
Okay.
We have it down to some part of Sabo.
Right. Because Ikorodu is very, very big, so I'm having a feeling it's not all part of Ikorodu that you cover. Is that correct?
Yeah, very correct. We have 6 district offices in Ikorodu.
Okay. How many?
6.
Oh, 6.
Yes, sir.
6 district offices. So, but these are the areas that yours cover.
My own cover within Ikorodu Central.
Okay. Ikorodu Central.
Yeah.
All right, then Engineer Sanusi Brown, let's look at your area of coverage. Which communities fall under your jurisdiction?
All right. I cover the Ikorodu North Imota. So the jurisdiction is from Sabo down to Ijege Road, some part of Awolowo Road, which is Erunwe, then Ladigboye, Baga, down to Omitoro, Mowo Kekere.
Okay. What about Elekpe?
Elekpe, yes, sir. That's where I'm going.
What about Gijo?
No, yeah, Gijo is under my purview.
Okay.
Then to Berigbe, then from Berigbe to Imota,
Right.
Imota to Adama to GSM to Parava.
Right. Areas like Okigbegun, is it under your jurisdiction as well?
No, sir.
Okay, it's not. All right. So Ikorodu North is your area of jurisdiction, and some of these places you just mentioned now, I know we give updates from there from time to time. But these are developing communities. There are lots of developments going on within those areas. How is the planning permit approval in those areas? Ilisomi, Olushola, what does it look like?
Well, those areas are done within my jurisdiction.
Okay.
But
for your own?
From my own Ikorodu Central, though fully built up.
It's already built.
But a lot of the development is going on there. Some are being redeveloped to a more befitting structures, and responses are being are increasing by the day because we've really sensitized them to know the importance of getting a planning permit before you embark on constructions, and that is the essence of the amnesty granted by the Excellency.
Right. So would I be right if I say that most of the buildings within those areas, since your area is fully built, would I be right to say that most of those structures do not have planning permits?
Not really.
Not really?
Yeah, not
so
really,
like what percentage would you say do not have planning permits?
Averagely, more than 60% have gotten their
planning permits.
Their planning permit because most of those places are the elites live within this environment, and they appreciate the importance of getting permit before they move it to site. And the constant engagement with them through sensitizations and advocacy has really helped in no small measure to increase their response to getting their own planning permit before moving to site.
Which is good. All right, so that is taking place. But for you, Engineer Ola Brown, yours developing area, is that correct?
Yes, of course.
So can you tell me, most of what you see there, are the structures, have they been able to get their approvals before they even commence? And for those who are already building, have they been able to come to you to say, well, we are at this stage of our building?
Yes, of course, you're right. To some extent, it's quite unlike what we used to experience before. It's because of all these series of this engagement that we do have. We sensitize people, we go out, people are aware, people are well informed, unlike before, and people are coming out to come and obtain development permit, unlike what we used to have in some years back. But now things has changed.
Okay, which is beautiful. All right, so Tambola Ilesomi, how long does it take for me to get a work permit? I mean, a planning permit?
Within 10 working days, a planning permit will be ready if all required documents have been attached alongside with the application. The planning permit will be granted within 10 working days.
So what do I need? What are the things that are required? If I'm going to apply for a planning permit right now, what are the things I'm going to bring to your office?
You need survey, which is the first requirement for you to be able to even prepare your architectural drawing. You need survey, you need architectural drawing. If it's proposed, you need structural drawing alongside with it. Then the architectural drawing must be screened, properly screened by a registered architect. Then after submission, then the processing continues. You have to submit your title document alongside with it. If you have all those changed and your tax compliance, you are good to go. Within 10 days, you get your planning permit.
Right, but if any of this is missing, that's where the problem will be, right?
Exactly.
Okay. And for you, as the one in charge of LabCA, talking about Engineer Ola Brown, at what stage do they need to get in touch with you?
Okay, thank you. Once they obtain development permit from LASPA, construction basically starts from LabCA and ends with LabCA. So once you obtain your development permit, you write a letter of intention to commence construction, while you attach all the documents you received from LASPA, the architectural drawing, the soil test, all those forms, you add it together, you write it to the head office in Ikeja. Then from there, we will process your authorization to commence construction. So once we've been given you, then you will start the construction. But at every stage of your work, you need to write and inform us for state certification.
Why do I need that? Why do I need that?
You have to, sir, because while we work together, we are not working in isolation. So what we believe that LABCA has an engagement with the public. So you will need to write to us so that we will come and certify your work at every stage of your construction.
So if I get the planning permit and I maybe do not have the money, 6 months down the line, I get some money and I just start putting in place my foundation. Have I run foul of the law?
Yes, sir, you run foul of the law. It's an infraction. Yes, sir.
So what would I do to correct that?
You have to come to us. So what we need to regularize for you, from the permit giving, there is a clause to that.
Okay.
That you are giving this permit, that does not mean that you just go straight and start construction. If you read all through, there's a clause to that you need to proceed to Lagos State Building Control Agency and obtain authorization to commence construction. So that means that the Lagos State Building Control Agency, they are in tandem with the construction that is going on. We are working together, so we want to synergize with people. Like what I said the other time, safety of life and the property is our priority.
Wow, which is very good. Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. Build Right this morning, we're looking at Ikorodu as our focus for decentralizing planning permits and building approvals. And I've got my friends in the building. One from LASPA, that's the Lagos State Physical Planning Permit Authority. I'm talking about town planner Ilisomi Olushola, and also I have engineer Sanusi Brown Ola Oteri Bigbe, who's the district officer for Ikorodu. All right, North. He says Ikorodu North. We're going to take a short break right now. When we return, we'll hear from you. How's it been for you? If you want to interact with my guests, feel free to do so. And that'll be on 080-99-120-777 and 09153-877127. A brief break. We'll be back.
Dear Lagosians, the vision of making Lagos a sustainable and resilient state through community regeneration and inclusive physical planning begins with building right. We all have a role to play in achieving this vision in line with the Lagos State Urban and Regional Plan and Development Law of 2019 as amended. Do you know that before buying a land or building on it, you must check for the permissible use from the Ministry of Physical Planning and Urban Development? Do you know that you must obtain a planning permit and authorization to commence the construction of your building? Do you also know that you require require state certification and certificate of completion for building construction in Lagos State. Estate developers must obtain layout approval before developing their estate and obtain full planning permit after the expiration of a provisional planning permit. Their Lagosians do not carry out unapproved renovation, remodeling, or demolition. Do not break the seal on an enforced property. Do not obtain fake planning permits, and do not abandon uncompleted buildings. Do not break the law. Build right in accordance with the State Operative Development Plans. Let's work together to make Lagos a sustainable smart city of choice. For more information, download the Lagos State MPP UD app on Google Play Store and Apple Store. Igbega Leku Ajumosheni, announcer, Lagos State Government.
Lagos Physical Planning Summit is here at the Center of Excellence, where opportunities meet painstaking planning and infrastructural development. A city of estimated 24 million people, a burgeoning commercial and industrial hub. In furtherance of Governor Sanwo-Olu's Themes Plus agenda, the Office of Physical Planning is said to match operative development plans with investment opportunities as it invites stakeholders to her inaugural Lagos Physical Planning Summit. Theme: Rethinking Lagos, a new vision for a regional and integrated mega city. Chief host, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, Governor of Lagos State. Keynote speaker, His Excellency, Mr. Babatunde Fashola, SAN, former Governor of Lagos State. Host, Dr. Oluyinka Olumide, Commissioner for Physical Planning and Urban Development. Date, Tuesday 15th to Wednesday 16th October 2024. Venue, Eco Hotels and Suites, Victoria Island, Lagos. Time, 8:30 a.m. daily for sustainable Lagos. Announcer, Lagos State Government.
Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. Build Right is the program. We stay here, and I've got my guests from LASPA and LABCA. I'm talking about the Lagos State Physical Planning Permit Authority, as well as Lagos State Building Control Agency, as we are taking these approvals to Ikorodu Central and Ikorodu North. All right, so those of you that live within that corridor, or you have any properties or anything, or perhaps you have any question that relates to the build space, you can feel free to connect with us. Okay, 08099120777. Do I have a call? All right, so let's move on right now. I'm having some messages that are coming. Have a call?
No.
Okay, I'm having some messages that are coming in here, and let me see if we can just take them through right away. Okay, so. But before then, let's get back to Ikorodu now. For building approvals, let's get back to that. Your building approvals, what are the kind of things that I would do? And at what point, you did say before I commence any work, I must get in touch with LABCA. But if I don't have the money to build the whole, take the whole building at one stretch, at what stage do I need to get back to you again, Engineer Olabran?
Okay. At every point in time, if you don't have the money to finish the project, once you make your intention known to the office, we are aware of it. And once you want to restart or recommence your construction, automatically you have to get back to us so that we have to synergize together. So right from the onset to the end of the project.
All right. So, and Templar Ilyasomi, if I want to do any renovations to my building that's already completed, do I need to get back to you?
Yes, definitely you need to get back to us because you require renovation permit before you can do any renovation.
How many types of permits do I require in a building?
We have a lot of, we have a reason to demand for permit, renovation permit. Well, we have to be sure that you have to list what you plan to do to renovate. You write a letter to us, and all you plan to do there must be stated in that letter, so that we follow up with you because you made some payment towards that, and we follow up with you because we demand for whether you have a formal approval of that place. You have a formal approval, you have to submit it alongside with what you are renovating.
Right. Okay, there's a question here. It says, good morning, Victor, and the guests in the studio. Can you explain the differences between the roles of LASPA and LAPCA? Mr. Salako is sending that one in. So, which of you want to attempt that? Any major difference between the two agencies? Engineer Olabran?
Okay, thank you. LAPCA, like I said the other time, is a basic LAPCA institute as minimal for everybody that wants to have development in Lagos State. You need to obtain development permits. Once you have the development permit, you proceed to LAPCA. Like I said,
so LASPA is the first that they have to get in touch with.
Yes, like I said, like construction starts with LAPCA and ends with LAPCA, but the documentation you have to first of all get it from LASPA.
Okay, so LASPA is where they go to first. If you want to start any building of any sort, LASPA will give you the planning permit, and from there on, they can now begin to relate with LAPCA.
Yes.
Is that so?
Yes, sir.
All right, this one says, hello, Traffic Radio. How do district officers address unauthorized or illegal constructions in their jurisdiction? Thank you. This is Shehu Ibrahim, rather. All right, so Shehu Ibrahim is talking about how you address illegal constructions in your areas of jurisdiction. Let's begin to take that one by one. Elisami?
Yes, sir.
How do you address illegal constructions?
When we identify illegal constructions, though, it's for basically within the purview of the LAPCA.
Okay, of LAPCA.
But we collaborate to work or to make environment livable, to prevent hazard development within the environment.
Okay.
If we are the first person to get to know about illegal constructions,
right,
it is our duty to inform the LAPCA within their jurisdictions to do the needful, so that necessary action will be taken to prevent further.
Yeah. All right. We have a call. Hello there. Okay. Well, that's that. You want to also respond to that, Engineer Olabra?
Yeah, thank you. One of our activities in LAPCA, we do monitoring.
Okay.
So once we go out and we discover the contravention going on or development going on, it is our right to demand for the development permits they have. In the course of that engagement, we discover those who have and those who did not have.
Oh.
So those that they do not have, we compel them. First thing first is to go back to LASPA. They should go and get the documents. So we have every right to stop the activities not going on. So until when they have development permits, then we cannot allow them to continue.
All right, this one says, good morning, Traffic Radio. My question goes to the guests from LAPCA. How does a district officer ensure that building plans comply with Lagos State's master plan and development regulations? Bidemi from Cement is sending that one in.
Thank you. The approval given, there's the specifications on the approval. So whosoever that is building contrary to the approval given, automatically it's contravened. So we will not allow such. So anyone that have development permits before they embark on the construction, and during the construction, there's a specification on it, maybe be in setback, the airspace and all those things, we need to put in check. So anyone that is fall short of that is already contravened. So that we send them back to LASPA.
Okay. This one says, good morning, Traffic Radio. Can I apply for a change to an existing building permit? And what steps must I take to do so? You didn't put your name, by the way. I would have loved it if you put your name. So is it possible for one to apply for a change of the building permit that has been given?
Well, it depends. It depends on the permissible use of that particular place. Because if the permissible is for residential, you cannot apply to change to commercial. It's not allowed.
So I cannot change if I want to build a supermarket or something or a mall.
No. If the place is not, if the area is not for commercial development, it's purely residential zone, you can't just apply and change to commercial.
It doesn't work like that.
Yeah, it doesn't work like that.
Okay, let's take it home, all right, this morning, because we've said a lot from Ikorodu. So what's your message for those who reside in Ikorodu, listening to you right now? What's your message? First up, where's your office located?
Our office is on number 42 Beach Road, adjacent to Ikorodu General Hospital.
Okay, so they can come there.
They can come there to make inquiries, to get to know how to go about their the procurement of their planning permit. At any point in time, people will be around, will be at the office to attend to them,
right,
and they will guide them properly so that they won't run foul of the law.
Beautiful. Engineer, where's your office located?
Well, thank you. The office is located at Lasma Yard, beside Jubilee Estate, along Odogoyon Road. That is where all the districts offices, 6 district offices of LAPCA in Ikorodu reside.
Which is good. All right, so what's your parting message as we depart the program? What's your message? Engineer Sanusi Brown?
We want to encourage people to go as much as possible to obtain development permits. And once that one is done, they should not forget that they need to inform LAPCA before they commence any construction at all.
All right.
And one thing I want to say is that they should engage professionals.
Okay, to carry out the construction. Champion Elisabi Ibrahim, quickly, what's your pattern thoughts?
I want to encourage our people in the Ikorodu, all the Ikorodu environment, to take advantage of this amnesty going on and make sure they perfect their document, because the Excellency has graciously waived penalty for them. It's a good advantage for them to make use of the opportunity before the expiration of the amnesty.
All right, we'll leave it at that for now. Thank you so much for being here.
You're welcome, sir.
All right, so I've been speaking with Town Planner Elisabi Ibrahim Olushola. Of course, he's Assistant Director, Town Planning Services with LASPA. He's also the head of the Ikorodu Central District Office, that's within Ikorodu. Engineer Sanusi Brown has been with us as well. Sanusi Brown at Deribigbe, who is the district head of Ikorodu North, right here with LAPCA. We have to go. The program has been produced by Mike James, and I say a big thank you to Akinsoya Adetola, who is Chief Public Affairs Officer for the Ministry of Physical Planning and Urban Development. Abimbola Ume is of LASPA. She's Director of Public Affairs, and Shegun Adeoye is also Director of Public Affairs for LAPCA. All right, next Thursday, the program makes a return in the building as well. Margaret Ifa, not forgetting our social media unit, John Afe, as well as Okwemi Shodunke, our executive producer. My name is Victor Oteri. Have a great day. Bye.